listening. You can check them all out on my SoundCloud and on Bandcamp. So why not go over to 5below5.uk and check out our YouTube tutorials as well.
No more concepts, one no.
Default. What about we use this one? Hello, 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 hello. Hey, we fixed it. All right. So let's try that one again. Thanks for letting me know, guys. First of all, welcome to the stream. Thanks everybody. It is the 18th of January. It is 6 o'clock, and we're going to continue from where we left off. Basically, my mic wasn't working. Sorry about that. Got it all sorted though. Welcome to Coco, Luis, and Electrolab. Again, thanks for showing up early and for letting me know when the mic wasn't working. I couldn't even see it. The volume meter was off the bottom of the screen. Yeah. So I didn't even know. I would have been rabbiting along forever. So thank you. Right. So where are we? we're going to be updating a few things. We're going to continue off from where we left last night. I've got a bunch of new nodes to show off, or at least I got one. I got one of them that works, which is nice. There's some new music in the rotation. I got 5 new albums which are up, so you'll hear them playing while we're doing the stream tonight. We've got a bunch of stuff to look at. For example, as this is what I was just talking about, the Cosmos pack is updated, and we're going to be adding a bunch more stuff to this. In fact, that's still, there we go, that's better. So Cosmos pack is updated. So it now has Loop Motion AA, it also has Florence I2V, and also Florence I2V variation. So if you find a video that you like, you can generate more that are similar to but not the same as. So video variation feature for Cosmos. And we're going to add a whole bunch of other things to it as we look at stuff tonight. I want to do ABBA. I think I mentioned that in the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, don't forget that you can join us. There's a join link in the description, so if you want to jump over and say hello. I don't know if Enjoy Chaos is here, but Enjoy Chaos has rewritten one of my nodes to include a couple more features, so I would like to take a look at that if possible. And then also Sonification and Pirate GFX have made Frame Shuffle, which shuffles frames and the audio segment. So this is a really cool idea, and I want to take a look at that as well if we have time. But yeah, what I would like to do is like somehow come up with a cool way of giving attribution and then adding them to the DJ Z nodes pack. But again, it's your node, so it's up to you. But I thought maybe there could be like a community section or something where people can make their, you can contribute to the project basically to get more useful nodes in there, because I really love this. This is something which I probably would have done, but he's done it, so may as well include it if it's okay with him. Same goes for the V8. This is like more masking options. Enjoy Chaos does a lot of work with masking, so obviously he's taken my nodes and enhanced them to the V8 enhanced, right? And so I thought maybe that would be an interesting one to include too. Alright, so obviously you can get involved over on the Discord. We have a hangout on Thursdays. We just do QA and hang out and do stuff. There's going to be some format changes to the live show, mostly because I want to keep things interesting, but also because I'd like to put the focus back onto the tutorials on the main channel, right? So that means less of that on the live stream, even though I'll still always do it. It just means more of a focus on the, the main tutorials, and then we'll start doing more stuff on the live show. So let's see, Electrolab's in the chat. He said, I don't publish things. If you do, everyone can use, which would be awesome. So I think he's like saying go ahead and do it. So that's great. I'll take a look at that later. And then Full Dive Media says, hi, how are you doing today? Well, thank you very much, mate. I'm having a great day. A little bit chilly over in the old Britain, but it's actually pretty sweet. So, it's been a nice day. I had a good lunch. Very nice. It was very nice. I got to see my brother and his daughter and his missus. So it was actually a super cool day. And then I've basically come in here to make more custom nodes and edutain people on the internet. So let's get into it, shall we? All right. So first things first, I want to show you the node that works. So that would be unclean speech. Okay. Now, what it was I had a bit of an issue where I was doing puppeteering and voice dubbing and lip syncing and all this stuff, right? With AI, yeah? So you're making your AI character speak and talk and move and stuff. And then we were using background audio from Audio on the background scene, right? So I've ended up with like a library of background videos, which I can then use later. They all have good audio, okay? But when you then put the dubbed lip-synced character over the top, the audio is too clean, right? So you're in a studio talking, so it's too clean. So what I did was, if we hear this, they're going to ban cars by 2030, right? And then what I did was I've included a bunch of different presets: cassette, film, intercom, phone, radio, TV, vinyl, and walkie-talkie. So if I go with walkie-talkie, it'll process it. We have a bunch of other trimmings to do here that we can do as well, but now it sounds like I'm on a walkie-talkie, okay? And I went a little bit further with this one, okay? So I did the same thing that I did with the visualizations for the Winamp V2. So if I go to my Comfy folder, and then I go down, when you update the pack, it's gonna give you a new folder called presets, and inside presets we have JSON. So they're not Python this time, they're JSON. There's a readme that explains this as well. I'm not just leaving you in the dry here. So if I go to presets, if you can see here, look, this is an explanation of what the preset file is. It's a JSON document that works with the unclean audio node, right? And it uncleans the audio, because often audio's too clean, so this is going to dirty it up. And you can obviously make your own presets like this, and this is what they actually do. And then there's a tutorial on how to create your own preset with a template example, so you can make your own, right? Now, the metadata, I believe, doesn't really have an effect, but it's nice to have some metadata, do you know what I mean? Just to explain what it is you're trying to do with whatever it is you've made, okay? But anyway, so yeah, like I say, Electrolab says no pressure, unclean speech, brilliant. And then Full Dive Media says I always loving your ideas for nodes. Well, I'm on this thing at the moment, guys, where I'm trying to come up with nodes which have an extendable, like a community extendable feature, like the presets. This is JSON, so anybody can do it. The problem with the visualizations is they're written in Python, so unless you understand Python, I mean, I know you can use an LLM. I've tested it. You can use an LLM and create these, but I think that doing it in JSON makes it a bit more accessible. But yeah, so right now I'm into this whole, you know, make up your own format to extend. So whatever the options are in the node, they're actually defined by some files. And then those files, like if I look at film, this is what it looks like. Vintage film audio. And so, you know, because I find what a lot of the nodes that I've made lately have been like post-processing stuff, right? And so this is another step in that direction. So we've done visual post-processing, now we've got audio post-processing, right? So, all right, now let's get into some failures, because I haven't even got this working yet. See, that's just a crossfade. All that code for a crossfade on a triangular. What's interesting is it's made triangular tiles. I don't know why it's made triangular tiles. And also, this is supposed to be a morph, but it's just a crossfade. So I don't know what it's doing. What are you doing? There is a morph V2, but I think it's equally broken. Let me just find out, Crit. Yeah, it's totally broken. But at least this one actually has presets. The thing is, I think this is a failed idea. It's such an old technology. It's like late 90s morph, image morph. What is that? Well, I guess you could say it's interpolating images, right? But I wanted to see what if I could get the old morph running. It's just take two images, morph them together into... in fact, I think what I'm doing is I'm going from image 1 to image 2. And what I probably should have done was morphed it into a single image. That's probably what I was supposed to do. Yeah, I think Rife is similar to morph. Electrolab. Yeah. It's similar because it's interpolation, right? You're going from A to B. But it was just an experiment, do you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. Yeah, it's just kind of funny to me because I'm like trying to get this to work and it just ends up being a crossfade. Although it did get me thinking about this triangular tiles thing. See the triangular tiles? I've never seen triangular tiling before. And when you think about it, wouldn't that be like half a tile? Someone must have already tried it out. I'm not going to be the first person to come up with bloody triangular tiling, okay? But yeah, so image morph might be a complete failure. Dunno. What I might do is just quickly... Oh yeah! Something which I did start doing is I've started using openrouter.ai for my API key, which means I'll be able to try out other models. You know, so that's fun, right? Not sure exactly how I'm going to use that yet, but it's there, you know. We've got Grok 2, all kinds of stuff. So, we'll see. So it might be interesting to see if we can do like a code off where we ask different AI models to like make the same piece of code and then compare them all, right? So that's the idea. Yeah, the morph thing was an exploration. It was like an experiment. I wanted to see if I could create an image morph type effect, like the old image morph. But I think I was just going about it the wrong way. So, and the V2 just had more controls and more presets. So what I'll do is I will now remove them. Oh well. What are you going to do? Save it. And then I'll get rid of those morph things because I'm not going to finish those nodes. I'd rather come up with a different idea. Because like you say, we've basically already got morph, really. There we go. Okay. And then I guess I'll update the init so it's not looking for that. I want to update the init so it's not looking for that, you know, the files I've deleted. Oh no you didn't. It's playing loads of the new tracks tonight. Okay. So for now, that's updated. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this because it gets rid of that, you know, the rate limit thing it kept on doing. Over the last week, we've been using this. If you go with the openrouter.ai, guys, it'll just keep going. When I was fixing unclean speech, it did like 30 things and, you know, it did like 30 edits, like one after another. I was like, when is it ever going to end? It was quite funny. Can I go up and down this? Yeah, look, if I just keep going. I see the issue. Where is it? It's kind of hard to point out. Diff edit failed. Yeah, now you can see. There's the scrub. Look at the size of this. It was just like. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it's much faster. Where did I spend money? Normally it would give me a price. 6. There you go. Look, $2. Check that out. Right. So $2. Okay, to make this unclean speech node. But what I mean is, it just kept going. All in one job, that is. And then it was like, I've done 20 API requests. Do you want to reset and keep going? And I was like, yeah, sure. And it went, it was motorboating through it. So the amount of changes it did, in the end, I said, stop! Tested it, and it works. Ah, yeah, you're enjoying the new music. Yeah, it's a soundtrack, like jazzy. I think I called the album Jazzy. I needed some soundtrack music for various video types, so I've been pushing the boundaries with the types of themes I usually make music around. So you're going to hear all kinds of stuff. Okay, so that's Unclean Speech. He's done. Documentation's up, and even with a tutorial on how you can make your own presets. So that's as good as that. That's as good as it gets. Example workflow is up. Okay. So the image morph stuff was a wash, a blowout. Not for lack of trying. All right. So now we get to the new Cosmos stuff. Video generation. All right. So straight away, what I did last night was I set up a batch directory. So if you have a bunch of really good images, yeah, it's going to use this index. So this would be, you just batch the number of images in the folder, okay, and then leave it on overnight. Very simply, what it does is it loads an image. It then uses Florence to make a caption, okay, from the resized version of the image, because you might have very large images in there. It does a resize on fill crop to 704 by 704, and then uses it for start and end. Now, if you want more movement, don't use it for the end image, or don't use it for the start image. Okay? I'm doing it like this because this is looped motion v4. Okay? And as you can see, it makes very, very slight movements, but it sticks to the script. So this is like a specific art style that I created with pre-trained models, and it's actually managed to stick to it. All right, now I appreciate people are criticizing Cosmos because it doesn't have a lot of motion, but it does stick to what it was, which is one thing in its credit. A lot of other video models are something completely different by the very end of the video. Fernicar says battle cruiser operational. Okay. And then what am I going to do? So what am I going to do? I'm going to do a batch. So I'm going to get how many images are in the folder, and I'm just going to put that in here into the top and queue, and then that will just do 1, 2, 3. It'll just load image after image from my folder. So I'd curate a bunch of really nice images in there, right? And then it's going to make square looped. So this is loop motion, like I said, so it's going to make loops. Now usually what happens is you get very small amounts of motion because it has to end where it started, and sometimes that means that it will just not move, and all you'll get is like the clouds moving or something like that. But it has to end where it starts, and that is something that's actually going to prevent motion, okay? These workflows are already up. You can already grab them. They are already in DJZ Workflows Coda Cosmos pack. And so, yeah, like I said, the prompt is coming from Florence, so it's going to go into my prompt swap node, where it's going to change any reference to photo, image, painting, or picture into video. It's then going to do prompt dupe remover, but I've whitelisted the word in and movement. We're doing 121 frames because you have to. We're doing 704 by 704 because that's what people recommend, you know, for the smaller, if you want to make it easier. Don't worry, Fernicar, I'm actually going to be doing that in a minute. You see, what I want to do is exactly what you're saying, but I'm gonna make the workflow live, and then we're going to publish the workflow. So don't worry, we're going to be doing ABBA, and I've been going on about it in Discord for ages. So yeah, the idea is to give that one a go tonight, but I've got a funny feeling it's going to work in a strange way. It might be that we actually want A, B, C, D, D, C, C, B, B, A. Like there's so many different ways of doing it. The way I did loop motion V2, I think, there were 4 images that you had, and it would go back. So it would be A, B, C, D, A is actually what it was doing, really. But yeah, I want ABBA, A, B, B, A. That's what I'm going to do in a minute. I'm just catching people up on what's already out. The question he asked, in case, I should have just read it out first. I would like to suggest A to B animation and B to A animation node. That way we have looping video with more than one image. So I appreciate you saying with a node, but it's already here. It's this node. But yeah, anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. And then Electrolab says CBBC, child friendly. That would be Children's British Broadcasting Company, for anybody unfamiliar. Okay. So, what I want to do, like I said, I've got the batch directory stuff, we've got the prompt cleanup stuff, we've got the Florence stuff. It's just taking an image, giving it a caption, converting and cleaning, and then putting it in here, right? And that's how I made all the videos that I'm going to be processing. But one thing I want to do is make the ABBA, which we're going to do next. I've already got a tab open for it right here. But the first thing I wanted to show you was this. So this is the variation. So it's the same exact setup. The only difference is we've got String Painter V2 here. And I'm using a 500 hex code range from 2000 to 2500. Okay, and that's going to put a small hex code at the end of the prompt. So then when we fix the seed for everything, fixed seed, we fix all the seeds, but we leave String Painter on randomize, and then every time we do a prompt we'll get a video like this, but it will have a slightly different camera motion, or it'll be slightly different basically. So that's how you get your variation going on. Coco Sloan says coffee time. It definitely is coffee time. It's always coffee time. Okay, so those are the 2 new Cosmos workflows. Number 1, batch directory with Florence. Number 2, batch directory with Florence and String Painter, which gives us video variations when we fix a seed. So in other words, if you get a good one, you drop the image in and then add String Painter like this. Or, well, yeah, you just add String Painter like this, or you just use this workflow and then you can come back to it. Because what we're essentially doing is, you know, obviously I would say to you, put it on random, mine for a bunch of good seeds. When you find a good seed, fix on one of them. Obviously I'm locking my prompts as well, because it's, you know, there is a seed for Florence, so you fix that as well, right? So there's a lot of moving parts there, but the point is that there's your variation engine, and that's on image to video, right? So we can get lots of the same animation again and again. So if you want some variation, you can chain them to the to each other. Fernicar says, man, your Laura style is so distinctive. I'm glad you recognized it. Yeah, that's my Cyber Society. I basically made video from all of my best Cyber Society upscales. And it did a really good job. Some of them look amazing. I don't mind this kind of little glitch. I actually don't mind that. There it is, look. As it just desperately tries to get itself to the start frame again. I'm okay with that. Okay. So let's get on to the task for the day. This is the big task of the day. What I want to do is I want to do AB, BA, right? So the obvious thing to do would be to do it with this, right? So let's put this to 0. Okay, and then we'll do... See, the thing is, I think you'll have to take the caption from the first image, not the second image. And it should work okay. It is going to be 2 videos that are going to end up getting made, right? So there is that. But I think if I just pull this apart just a little bit, Like that, maybe. Put that to there. Let's just shuffle things around a bit. So that there is AA, right? So there's the end image. So if I just really simply just grab this, get another one, if I pull this down a bit, make some space. So we've got 2 images. This is image 1, right? We'll need another one of these, unfortunately, but with the same settings. Put that to the end image. So now we have A, B set up, but it's always the prompt from A. So I think what I might do is put the prompt above all the image stuff. Just sort of have a little jiggery poke here. So why is that there? Okay. So string painter went there. String weights went there. Prompt swap. Dupe remover swap. So swap, dupe, weights. Okay. And put that there maybe, and that there. What's this? Just moving stuff around, okay? Just to give it a little bit more presentation, right? Okay. Move these back up. Now, how are we doing? Might go back here. Ooh, it gets a bit tricky, doesn't it? Like that, maybe? Yeah. Okay, so there's our AB. It's looking a little bit strange still, though. I think it looks a bit better like that. Tune. A glitch, A, Datamosh glitch, yeah? Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, put that there actually. So let's have a little rejig around here. So we've got that there. There's your prompt. That goes in there. Okay. This is kind of funny actually. So if I put that there, we're getting closer to a line here, so let's just delete that for now. Okay, so then this would be the sort of go-between, I guess you could say, right? Because the irony is that I don't need to switch these round, because I could duplicate this entire line. Anticlimax. Come on, mate. What the heck's going on? It's not... What the heck's going on? I'm copying all the nodes. Copy, copy, copy. I said... What's going on here? Give me a minute. Copy. Why is it only pasting one node? It's only pasting one node. It's pasting... It's not even... Do you know what? I think it's not even registering my copy. Because it's pasting that node, which wasn't even in the selection. Did I break something? Let me just try it one more time. Copy, 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 copy. Man, Comfy's scuffed up. What's going on here? Right, I'm going to restart it because something's definitely broken and I ain't drawing all that out again twice. I don't know what's going on. So let's just... Is this actually... Oh, great. It just saved over the workflow that it's not. I love it when Comfy does that. It's my favourite feature. So I want to say here... Aber. Looped aber. I'm basically just going to restart Comfy to see why the copy paste isn't working, because like I said, that's like really annoying. I've tried it like 7 times now. It's starting to just look insane. Right, restart. Should be pretty simple. We're just going to make a second line. Yeah, and then join them. I've already done it. Alright. Electrolab said, you gave me an idea for an audio glitch, Fernicar, like a buffer freeze when audio chunks repeat then release, which is funny on speech. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Audio glitch, I've seen that before when I've glitched video with different tools in the past, and it glitches the audio out and it sort of goes, wah, like a robot. Kind of like Neo getting sucked into the Matrix. Yeah, that's a cool effect. You should definitely make that note. I have trouble with audio stuff. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't work and it doesn't work and it doesn't work. And then on the 25th retry, it works. Totally strange. Okay, I'm just going to be honest, you know. Hey, my copy paste is working again. So now I can put the identical thing down here. And then here what I'll do is I'll say AB. And then here I'll say BA. Like that. And then obviously we're going to have to hook stuff up. So the main difference is it's going to be taking the B, right? So the B is going to go into Florence. The B is going to go into start image. And then the A is going to go into end image. Yeah, so just the other way round, basically. Right? And then what we do is we just do our Dr. Diffusion's merge video merge media mixer node. Simple. So go from there into the A, and then go from here into the B, and then grab 2 of those, paste that there, in, and then we have our ABBA. There it is. And like I said, I could probably make this small. And that'll take about 10 minutes. I found that it's about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. No, 5 minutes and 20 seconds. You know, about 5 minutes and 20 seconds to make one clip. So we're going to say A to B. And then make another group, B to A, like that. There it is. Oof. I need to clean my mouse. There we go. Okay. So far, so good. And then obviously all you have to do is just change one of these two numbers and it'll pick a different image from that folder. Do you know what I might do? That's actually a good idea. I'll put in a switch, a group bypasser. So what you can do is you can turn it all off, right? And then you can see what the images are going to be first. Like, look at this. See? Yeah. So you know what the images are going to be before you get started, right? You can just mess around with the numbers, and then once you're happy, give it a blast. So let me just resave this as 45. Save as, export, and let's test it. And if it works, we'll push the update. Go. Control G when selecting nodes to create a group around them. Let's give it a blast. First, let's see, we'll say pale blue. Pale blue, and then Control G. Oh, well done, mate. Classic. So this would be image directory index controls, and then what I'll do is I'll make this one red so it's not on this. Keep it simple. And I guess I'll have to make another version, but I'll wait until it's done. But yeah, thanks for that. Good tip. I need to use more shortcuts. See, this is the trouble. Usually shortcuts annoy me because I'm like, shortcuts annoy me because I'm trying to type and it's doing shortcuts that I didn't ask for. I'm like, what are you doing? Crazy comfy times. Ah, there's a shortcut editor now, is there? I've never even seen it. Key binding. Oh, see, it's not the control ones that annoy me, it's the single ones. Because if you say you go to, like, say you double click and it doesn't open this, sometimes it doesn't open that menu. Maybe you didn't click fast enough. I don't know what it is that does it, but sometimes you double click and it doesn't open. So you start typing and then you're just hitting random key bindings that you never use, like like Q, N, M, L. I don't even know what it's like. So it's going nuts. Crazy comfy. So it's going to take a while to load the Moodle. Oh no, I tell a lie. It's actually already started with the bottom line. I don't know why it's doing the bottom first. Don't ask. It just decided it's going to do the bottom first. So, you know, don't question it, basically. Now, have I got everything? I'm doing string paint. So I think this is all on fixed seed as well right now. Which is probably not right. Will it matter? Let me just think now. Yes, it will matter. Hang on. No, it won't, because it's doing Florence. And it's doing it off a different image. So the top one does it off of the first image. The bottom one does it off of the bottom image. Yeah, that's how I set it up. Okay, alright. I'm just trying to think of ways I might have made a mistake on this one, but I believe this will work. And what it should do is it should give you a 10-second animation at the end. And then we might be able to do something cool with that. We'll find out. The things I can see this falling down on is like, because of the way that we're making them both at once and then joining them. I'm saving them separately, right? So say you did this and the first half had no motion. You could just disable the second half and then change the seed and generate the first half again, and then just join them manually, join the halves manually to get the best of both worlds, you know what I mean? It's up to you really how you use it. I don't know how you'll use it, but the concept is simple. 0 and 1, then 1 and 0. So you get A, B, and then B, A. The prompt is set by Florence, so it's just looking at the first image. So obviously, you know, you could remove Florence and you could use your own handcrafted prompts if you really wanted to. But yeah, I used to make a workflow pack called Looped Motion, which is going back some now. I don't even know if I can even find it. Hang on. It's in here somewhere. Here it is. So I made Loop Motion last year. Maybe the year before, actually, because there's two of them. And they just, you know, it's just interpolating with generative models in between some images you give it. This is before video. But I'm not against updating it so that it's like just using Cosmos, because technically I think one of them used SVD XT 1.1. Yeah. Oh, so we got one. Okay, so that's doing something cool. Wow, okay, so he's going from one to the next one. Sort of. He kind of just blinks into it at the end. Boink. But then the other one will go back the other way. So yeah, this is going to work fine. You know. Ways to improve it, obviously. Don't do 704. Do 1280 and wait the time out. You know? So obviously I'm using... Am I using the original image? Yeah, I'm using the original image and it's being cropped, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. So this is... I think this is going to work fine. I'm just going to wait and see that it doesn't like blow up before it gets to the end. So let's see. I'm going to read some comments. Who's talking? Electrolab says Max Headroom style. Me too. Audio stuff. But when one thing works, when one thing works, we can modify that. So steal code from self. Fernicar said Control G, and then the shortcut editor. And then Fernicar also said, double click any node or group title will open the title editor. That does save me a bit of issues, because I tell you what, I get really annoyed with that. Oh yeah, I like that. All this quality of life stuff is great. So I'm going to call this one image A index, and then this one image B. So yeah, so how long did the last video take? Let's just take a quick look. Where is it? I didn't restart it. Where is it? There's normally an amount of time somewhere. I must be blind, I can't find it. I can't find it. 1 second, I'm sure that's not true. That was when I just looked at the image preview alone. You'd think you'd look for prompt executed in. Can't find it. Oh well. Should be about 320 seconds per side. So you're looking at 10 minutes to make the ABBA loop, which is actually crazy because Loop Motion 2, that took like 40 minutes with SVDXT, and I think the image might have been smaller, I'm not sure. Like and subscribe reminder, indeed, like and subscribe. If you don't like the video, we don't exist. And if you don't subscribe, you'll never find out about my next video. Thank you very much for reminding people. Hey Coco, you goated. Hopefully this will work nice. And then I've got plans for what to do after this point as well, so it could get really interesting. Because the thing is, we just spent a week making all these post-processing nodes, right? And I spent all night generating Cosmos videos too. So we need to do an update for the Cosmos pack. So I think, yeah, various bits and pieces need to be done. Oh, I think we're nearly done. Oh, there it is. It's acceptable. This is something that can be worked with. Because you can complain about what images I picked for A to B and B to A, but that is a loop. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. I'm okay with this. So, like I said, ways you can improve it. Obviously interpolation, okay? But I probably wouldn't. I'm thinking interleaving or basically upscale it. And then probably put like some old film effects on it. Okay. Looks good to me. I like that. That's really nice, actually. Save that. Right, so that's good. We can push it. Upload. Now, I better just save it again because I have made some changes, right? So let's go for V50. And another reason to join the Discord. I plug all of these sort of, you know what I mean, share your results. So that thing that we just spent 10 minutes creating, you can examine it on your screen without all the crazy YouTube compression. Okay. And so obviously in case, well, it might not be obvious, the way to control this, if we turn all these off and then we just go for like, I don't know, different numbers, we'll get these two. Let's see what it does with that. That looks like fun. So then we'll put those together and run it again. There it is. It's up, it works, and it's actually super simple because all it really is doing is it's using an index to load an image from a folder. So I've obviously put a path into where all of my favorite images are, right? It's then resizing the image to 704 by 704 on fill crop. Okay. Then we have String Painter and Florence create a prompt, which you can see right here. And I've done all kinds of stuff to it, like prompt swap to stop image words, substitute them for the word video, and then also some words I don't mind them being duplicated. So this will remove duplicates, but it won't remove the ones in the whitelist. Okay. And we've done the same on both sides. So this would be the other image, right? And then it has a Cosmos workflow, right? So we do AB on the top, BA on the bottom, and then combine the two, and that's it. There it is. So there it is. Cosmos ABBA looped animation. You can find that right there. Looped ABBA. Obviously, the next thing that people will ask is, what about ABC? ABCBA? You know? And the answer is duplicate the line. You know what I mean? I mean, look, I'll demonstrate it now, okay? But it's sort of like, I don't know. If I say CBA, like that, ABCBA, right? And it's just going to be the same again. And I guess... So you could do this separately, like just do AB, and then just do BA, and then just do BC, and then just do CB, and then just, you know what I mean? You could do it that way. In fact, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. AB, BA is fine. Because essentially, if I was to put, like, this is AB, this is BA. So in order to do AB, C, what I have to do is move this down to, like, here. And then you'd have to have B, C, C, B, and then you could go BA again, right? So you'd need two more in the middle. So it'd take like, what's that, 20 minutes? Like I said, nothing wrong with that. Just saying, like, I don't want to take up the whole stream on one thing. But yeah. So, loop motion V4, we've already got that done. I've explained about the variation stuff. So I've got, like, I loaded this in because I knew I wanted to variate this. And then added in the string painter stuff and just concatenated that after the prompt. And then I was able to make like a slightly different camera movement. So obviously then you put the two together, you know, because it does start and end at the same frame. So that means you can chain them. And that gives the impression of it being twice as long. Because it is technically different. Yeah. So there. This one was what, halfway through being built or something? Yeah, I must have restarted it. Okay. So this will be a good place for us to create a new thingy. What I need is some processing stuff. So let me just get my examples. Nodes examples. So what I really, really want is a video processor. Look at this, HD VHS converter. That's a good one. Okay. Put that in there. Okay, and we're going to take a look at this one in a minute. I'll go back to the cool tab though. Where is it gone? Here it is. So then we can see what we get. I think it's about to finish. Right, I'll be right back. I've got some plumbing to check. that coffee time again? Always coffee time. It's coffee time. I wonder if the webcam stuff's worth looking at again. That's one thing which I haven't touched on for months. Pete Johnson says, plumbing to check. Great metaphor. It totally is. We leak too much. Do you think as humans we could leak a little less? Just a little less. Got to stay moist. Thanks for all the tips, by the way, Thurnicar. Appreciate it. I'm sure everybody else is enjoying it too, because like I say, I never touch on the shortcuts, because I must admit, I didn't even know her. Oh yeah, a load of people asked me, you're British, where's the drum and bass album? And I was like, hey, don't, what's that got to do with it? But no, I do have a drum and bass album in the works. It should be a lot of fun. I've obviously put my usual twist on it, so it's a little bit funky. But yeah, I had a little bit of fun with that, so I think what I did was I divided it into two albums, one which is just jungle drum and bass and the other which is like jungle funk, because I just love blending the genres. It's one of my favourite things at the moment. I'm like 9 tracks a day keeps the editors away, so. But yeah, let me see how I'm doing on that side of things real quick. Okay, so let's see, these are my Memphis jungle, and look, see, I misspelled Memphis with 2 S's. It worked! So there's another little trick. I already mentioned this when you're making music with Udio, or pretty much any music generator, to be honest. Misspelling genres and locations is a big one. So this right here, there might be a couple of songs that don't make the cut. What I generally do is I'll generate with a prompt, and I'll generate tracks, and obviously if I like the sound of that, I'll give it a favorite in the UI and then save the URL so I can just jump straight to it when I want to do the finishing of the track, right? In the Udio, that is. And then I'll download it for more work to get done. But this is basically, there's enough here to do probably, I reckon there's more than one album here, but I might, like I said, it'll be late at night when I do the short list, and then it will be early in the morning. You know what I mean? It'll be early in the morning or in the afternoon when I come to this bit, and so it's like a different type of day. I'll have a slightly different mood, so stuff that gets through the first pass might get cut from the second curation pass. But like, why the hell did I say put that through? It's so whack. And anyway, same thing for the funked version. So there's 2 of those albums coming down the wire, as they say. Oh, that's cool. It had a bit of he cheated a little bit to get back, but I think that's pretty good. Considering it's animating my world in my style, I'll let it get away with a lot, because usually what happens when you do video generation is it kind of ignores your style completely, and this is a very heavily stylized project with a lot of my most fine-tuned work, so the fact that it can do this without a pre-trained LoRa is really impressive, because it's being very faithful to my original stuff. Yeah, it's not perfect, right? But I think it does a great job. So Cosmos, image to video, thumbs up. The text to video was a little bit different. I think maybe I just need more information on how to prompt it properly. But certainly just using Florence captions like this works real nice. So I think I'll save that as well. So now let's see what we can do with the HD VHS. So here we go. What do we got? Now it's 121 frames. Again, 121. It's such a weird number. I think I'll probably reduce it to 120 and do 20s, because I got a funny feeling that 121 is like a strange number. Common devices, please. Is it like 1 and itself? Yeah, it's a perfect square of a prime number. So 11. 1, 11 and itself. So it's crap. But what you could do is you could just, this is my little trick for this, 120 common divisors. Because a lot of people are like, oh, what do I do if the number of frames is prime? Yeah. I took away 1. And now we've got all these different, look at the options we have now. Yeah. And in fact, I'd probably do it with 24. Because it fits, and 24 is the frame rate. Well, is it though? See, I keep on doing 24 frames per second, and I think I keep messing this up, because actually in America it's 25. And I'm just getting confused with, like, film. Millimeters of film, which has nothing to do with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just getting mixed up. But, yeah, it's 30 FPS over here in old Blighty. So... But yeah, so like I said, bottom line is, let's just put this on the end there. Bottom line is, if I come in here and I say 25 frames per second, I don't know why I keep doing that. Look, I keep on making everything 24 frames per second. It's kind of funny. I think it just doubles better when you do 12. It's just easier to double, but whatever. Now, was there anything in here where I have to put a frame rate in? I don't think so. We got it on 2x. Bubbity bibbity boo. Ah, yeah, that's right. So we put the frame cap to 120, and then put the batch manager. I'm just going to do 20. Okay, we're not going to do 24. We'll just do 20. I need to stop putting 24 in everything. So now we're going to call this Cyber Cosmos. That's what it basically is, right? So that'll just say 20, because it's going to be doing batches of 20, because it's like I said, it's going to be 5 seconds long. That can be quite strenuous for any machine, so just dividing it into grouped 5 batches of 20, and then we can get this done just easy. This is not black bars, this is VHS converter. There we go. Root VHS converter. Subfolder. Video? What the heck? I don't think I'm saving every single version. Whatever. So, 2 distortion bands. LP. Can we go for EP? Yeah. Let's try this out. So obviously I'm combining a whole bunch of nodes that we've created just recently, and there's so many of them. You could think of this like an effects rack, I guess. And because we got the batch, I just would like to show off how you can do this batch control business. It's nice because a lot of the time if you try to do something like this, it's actually going to blow up from out of memory. one thing I'm doing here, which is quite strange, is I'm doing the VHS effect when it's small, then doing the upscaler of 2x with interlaced mode, and then I'm doing VHS effect V3, which is like the distortion bands and the noise lines. They're coming down afterwards. And to be fair, it's only taking sort of 10 seconds per run-ish, 12 seconds per run, something like that. And then it'll put them all together at the end for me, so. Because you got to think, it's 10 seconds, I think. Did I mess something up? What have I messed up here? Oh, I forgot about the... I forgot about that, yeah. So you got to do 720 by 720 because it's 1-to-1, isn't it? So that's something I forgot to adjust for. So now look. But mind you, though, doesn't that look like a toy commercial from the 80s? It kind of does. Action Man! It looks like a toy commercial, dude. Man, I love this stuff. It's so good. Let's have a look. Fernicar says, Cosmos Banksy'd the hell out of cyber society. I mean, faithful to your original style. Yes, it did. And look at this, though. This is real nice. The distortions and everything are really singing. Man. That's now 12. That's now 12. No. That's 1400 by 1400 now. I'm wondering what happens if we 4x that. Probably it would be cleverer to do a 2x after the VHS. I'm not sure, but that's probably one of the better looking. It's because it's got all the scufferage. It's got the VHS noise. It's got the flicker. Man, I'm really happy with that. You could do a series. You could do a web series, dude. We're so close. Okay. I'm just wondering to go straight to 4x and see if VHS V3 can handle it, because it might be like too much. I'm just going to go straight to 4x and see what happens. Let's... Wish me luck, guys. But yeah, like I said, the one thing I like about Cosmos as opposed to just about every other model, because other models, you get more movement, but it's not yours anymore. You see what I mean? It deviates too much from what you wanted to do. Whereas this is like actually really good at sticking to the script, which isn't something I've seen before. Now, hopefully we don't blow up, because like I said, VHS effect is now running on a 4K video. Oh, if we make it, I think we're going to make it. Look, it's just going to take twice as long. So it'll take 20 seconds times 6. So it'll be like a minute and a half. No, 2 minutes, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, 2 minutes. And then all I need is some like crazy audio overlay of like me saying something and then you say it through a radio, right? Again, this is why I did unclean speech, right? So I could do like radio or intercom. Is there like a record audio in this thing? I've never seen one. No. I thought maybe there's a button I can just push and it'll... Legacy, audio legacy to VHS audio. I didn't know that was a thing. Wait a minute. Ryan! So no wonder I've been bashing my head against the wall. They're different. Damn, I didn't even know that. Okay, right, well, we'll put that there because I've just made it load audio. It's compatible with load audio. I'm not sure if it's compatible with this. Maybe you have to use this then. That's something as a question mark. I'll find out. What else have we got? Audio, resample, pitch shift, time stretch, cut, channel merge, split, stack, separate, sequence. The world famous feature extractor. combine audio tracks. It's nowhere near as good as his combine audio. Ryan's is way better than mine. Until I fix it. And then legacy VHS audio to audio. Huh. So there's two of them. One way and one back the other. VAE encode audio. That'll be for stable audio. Visualize the circular empty mask, empty image, pitch shift. Combine audio tracks. Yeah, mine's nowhere near as good as Ryan's. Okay. To make compatible with VHS, use Ryan Audio Pad. What? Audio Pad? What the heck's that? Audio Pad? It says pads audio waveform with selected pad left, pad right. Method of padding, constant, reflect, replicate, circular. Allows you to add padding to beginning and end of audio. Useful for adjusting length of audio clips or creating space for effects. I would have thought this is for something else, but I made it part of the new node. It was needed. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, certainly, because what you were trying to do was reflect things backwards and stuff, so that makes sense, in my opinion. I'm not an expert when it comes to the actual audio formats. I've not seen enough. I need to do more work with the audio to find out. That's how you get good. You just keep making mistakes and gain experience. It's not squiffed now. Okay, so let me just save that preview. Now, there's obviously something else that I want to do here. Well, it's not obvious, but there's something else I want to do here. I want to get the Black Bars V3. I'll just use the example. We'll drop the Black Bars in there like that. And then we'll load up that video, what we just done. What we just gone and done. And here it's going to be 20, because now it should be 120 frames, so I'll say 0. There we go. Because this is going to be huge now. It might be that you should do this first. In fact, let's just check. So, save preview. What do we got? What have we got? We've got 2,880 by 2,880. Okay. 4:3, I think. And hopefully it's not too mental what I'm trying to do here. Output images are not of valid resolution, have had padding applied. Yep. Okay, so it's doing them in... That's not bad for considering how big the images are. And I'm hoping to get black bars at the sides that will make it up to 4:3. But it might be on top, actually. I'm not sure. How's it going to do this? Obviously, you could do 16:9. It's going to add padding to the sides, right? But yeah, this has come out really nicely in the end. I think it goes a long way to giving it an authentic look, which isn't just like, oh look, it's AI video. Do you know what I mean? I think it, I don't know. Bit of strange stuff with the moon rotating. I'm not sure quite why it does that, but again, it's just down to which images you picked when you did the original animation. Ah, yeah, nice. So now that's 4:3 aspect ratio, but it's got a square image inside it. See, what I did with this, let me just check this, because I want to... Whoa! Don't play it. I want to see it in the folder, right? So 3480 by 2880. So look, no cropping. So Black Bars V3 doesn't crop, okay? It pads, which is important because if you've done a load of upscaling, you don't want to waste all that effort, right? So if I do 16:9, the black bars are going to be even bigger, because what it'll do is it'll make 2880 be the height, and then it will figure out what it needs to make up for 16:9. So here we go, I'll show you what I mean. Yeah. So then you're not losing resolution. It actually makes the image bigger because it's padding to an aspect ratio. It's just another way of solving the problem, right? Electrolab says, what is padding anyway? Well, this is the box model problem, isn't it, from HTML? You know, how wide is the box? How wide is the box? This was like a huge problem for a while, actually. Let me just see if I can get my $1 billion software up and we can talk about this. So this is quite fun, actually. So if I go in red, if I say that is my box, yeah, okay, and then this is the padding, yeah, and then that is the margin. How wide is the box? Is the box, is it as wide as the two margins? Is it as wide as the box width, which is what you think it is, which is what it should be? Or is it just the padding? And in HTML web design, for the longest time, you had to come up with all sorts of ways of solving for this, because different web browsers, some of them used to take the margin as the width. Others used to take the padding as the width. Others would take the width and then add the padding. And so like you could specify your width as 50 pixels, right? But then it wouldn't subtract the padding, and it wouldn't add the margin, and like different browsers handled it differently, and you have to do all kinds of weird coding tricks to try and get it to actually make the box the same bloody size. So yeah, that was fun. So there isn't really a right answer, because it depends what browser you use. Ah yes, 16:9. Action Man. The other reason I did the padding last is because it would have done the VHS effect and stuff on the blackness. So as you can see here, this is like, it's 16:9, but the it is just black solid, because you don't need to generate black bars, it's literally just solid, right? And you don't want to be masking away the delicious pixels that you had to render yourself, right? So that is why I thought, because when I made the V2 version, it was cropping, and I thought, what's the point of all this work we do to generate these images if we're just going to crop them with bloody black bars? So then I thought, aha, we do black bars V3. There is something I want to try out here though, which might be a little counterintuitive. So let me just try something real quick here, because this is like super silly. We'll do the anamorphic lens effect and then pick anamorphic and see what it does, right? Because I know it's going to squish it. It's a square image, so it's not the best example, okay? But I just want to see what happens, okay? And I've got other anamorphic effects as well, but I just thought this might be interesting. So it's like, we've done our VHS. Like, what if I generated this not in 704, but in a wider aspect ratio, right? So what I want it to do is crush it to an anamorphic aspect ratio, and then use anamorphic ratio black bars. How big does the image get then? What are we looking at? Fernicar said the File Explorer preview of your video had some white strips similar to film. Ooh, baby. Why can't I see them? What happened to... Oh, there we go. Yeah, look at that. Not for that one, though. Just for that one. I wonder why. 4 seconds. 10 seconds. I wonder why that one is perfectly square. So's that one. But that one? It's a bit strange, isn't it? Some of them have the film thing. Do you reckon it's the aspect ratio? It recognises the aspect ratio. There's got to be some logic to it. But yeah, I wonder what happens. Like, obviously it's going to be horrendously squished because it's square. Generally, you do this to 16:9, or just actually generate in the correct size, or do it knowing you're going to do this, right? But I want to know what happens. And I'll get my answer. So just to recap what we're actually doing here. This will come in later. So we've got our Coda Cosmos Pack Loop Motion ABBA workflow, which is currently up. You can grab it. It's over on the DJZ nodes, sorry, DJZ workflows, and it's inside the Coda Cosmos Pack. You'll find them all in there. Okay. Now, we already looked at batch directory, so using an index to select a file in a folder, putting that through Florence 2, and then having Cosmos do image to video. And we're doing image to video AA in this one, which is why there's almost no motion. There's just a little bit like an idle loop kind of animation, yeah? And it works pretty well. It's got a good hit rate. In the next version of this, what we did was we put in String Painter V2. And what that does is enable you to do video variation on fixed seed. You go fixed seed, you'll get slightly different versions of that one you liked. So that's what that is for. And then the next thing we did was this one, which is the ABBA. People requested it, but it was planned. Okay. And the idea here is that we're taking an image and another image. You can pick them with the numbers, right? And obviously you could disable the whole thing so that only this bit is working, and then we can literally just queue it up and see that we have images that we like the look of, and then turn it all back on, run it. It does AB loop, an AB video at the top, and then a BA at the bottom. We then combine it with Dr. Diffusion's Media Mixer Video Merge node, and we end up with something like this. And these are all images from one of my LoRa's generated in Flux. This would be Cyber Society V66. Okay. So then we get that video, right? And so what I do next is I put it through the HD VHS converter. So we load the image. It has 121 frames. In fact, hang on a minute. It's got way more than 121 frames because we doubled it. Did I screw up because I didn't? Yeah, I screwed up. It's actually got 240 frames. Yeah. In fact, let's just prove that. So if I just disable the batch manager, take this to 0, and look at the readout, 252. So actually what we can do is we can say 250, and then I'll use 25 as the, the split. I mean, you could probably do it quicker if we do 50s, but I don't know if it can handle it. So I'll leave it at 25 for now. So I just realised I didn't get the whole loop. So we've got to do it again. But yeah, it's going to do a VHS effect, which has loads of controls you can fine tune. And then we're going to do interlaced upscaling times 4, which isn't the same as an AI model upscale. It's using the rows of pixels to estimate, and then it's pinching rows from frames before it and frames after it, or it can do if you want. It's got temporal radius. And I put it on 720 by 720 because we're working in a square aspect ratio here. But if you were using a different aspect ratio, you would put in 1280 for 16:9, for example. Right. Then we got VHS effect V3. So after the 4x upscale, we're doing distortion bands and noise lines. Yeah. So when you look at this video, you'll see the occasional flicker come down the screen, and that's what that is. Occasional line and the occasional distortion flicker. You'll see it coming off the edges every now and then. That's what that is. It looks like there's going to be 10 batches and they're going to take 30 seconds each. So yeah, that's more like it. I thought it was too fast the first time we ran this. And then you end up with sort of like 90s breakfast cartoons quality. As you can see, it's 2880 by 2880 by the time we're done. And then the last thing I was experimenting with was putting it into an anamorphic lens effect, which I know squishes a square badly, okay? But then I wanted to put it into anamorphic black bars. And no, it didn't work. It didn't work. Probably because it's already 2880 by 2880. So what do you expect? You're going to squish it to what? 1.1, you know what I mean? It was already square. So it might be, you got to do it in 16:9. I don't know. Probably just look into that. Just look into it. Maybe I could make a V2 that doesn't squeeze it and does the other stuff. So if you already had footage in the right size, you could just apply the other effects. I don't know. I don't know what the best approach for that one is. But this was a little experiment. Really, I was looking at my black bars V3 because what that does is it adds the black bars by padding, not cropping, which is, like I said, it's useful if you're actually trying to use black bars for what they're for. Like, it doesn't make sense to crop precious pixels that were hard fought. But yeah, normally that just looks like this. I was just messing around. But I think this comes out looking nice. Okay. And then unclean speech. Just in case you missed the beginning of the stream, we introduced a new custom node which I've added to the pack today. And what that does is allows you to style vocals. So if you have like some dubbing work you're doing and you've done the lip sync on it, sometimes the speech is too clean. So it sounds like you're in a recording booth, because you probably were. And so this will allow you to quickly apply basic effects. The only difference about this, which is interesting, is you actually have a presets folder now, which contains JSON configs for all of the presets that you see there. And like I said, you open them up. There's also a README which explains how you can make your own, but essentially it's a preset system with external files, and they're just .preset in the presets folder, and then they can be read and they'll be in the node for you to use. So you can just make your own, add them there, share them, whatever. Unclean speech, says Electrolab. I was expecting profanity, but hey, one step at a time. And Fernicar says, a trip to the past. It's true. It's true. Bring me G1 Transformers on VHS any day. Okay. And like I said, there's loads of options, there's loads of different effects. I've made loads of these over the last week. I've just been adding, like, what is it? Kinescope, Panavision, fisheye. What else was there? Three-tone styler. There's also bit clamp, which is like, 8-bit. And they're all for video to video processors. So you use them like this, load video, combine video, whoosh, straight through. And if you have problems with efficiency, you just make the batch smaller. So that gets around it. Ha! We got the whole thing now. Wait, did he always stand there like that for that long? I feel like I got scammed for half of the video. This half. But that part was good. That part was good. This part was bad. So, okay, so let's address that then, shall we? So, which part of it was bad? This part. This part was bad. So, let's try a different seed. And then what about... I mean, look, if you want to save time, you can just disable the A, B, BA and just make this, but then you've got to join it yourself, right? And you might not want to do that. So, but you could recreate this on a different seed and then, get a better second half, because this half is a bit pants. He just stands there for ages and then glitches. So that's a bit pants. So, if I was really trying to get that specific animation, I would have redone. But if you don't want to wait the full wait time, just do this, There's nothing wrong with doing a load video. No, load video. Why is it being weird right now? There we go. So if I save this preview here, look, we can use a patch. So if I upload this, go like that. So that's the first video here, look. Okay. So all I've done is create a video loader, right? And then put that video in it. And then what I'll do is I'll just, so it's possible to quickly switch between the two, I'm just trying to make it obvious with the reroute, right? So it's like, you either have it off the VAE decode like normal, or load, and obviously it doesn't matter, do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter which one, right? In fact, let's put another one here, so it's even more obvious. Did it just do what I think it did? Yeah, it did. I love it when it snaps to the wrong one, even though you were definitely over the right one. Okay, so something like that. And then we can just generate this half over and over and over again, and then it will just combine it like normal. Yeah? So that's what I'm trying to get at with that one. And then, eventually you'll get one that you like more than the other one, right? So obviously take the seed. Oh crap, do you know what I did wrong? Or maybe I did do it and I just don't remember. You got to change the seed, obviously. Okay. Now if I wanted to make it subtle, I would have left that seed fixed and just relied on the string paint. but I do want it to be quite different from what it was before, because it wasn't very good. If it was good, I would have left the seed on fixed, and I just would have relied on the randomness coming from the string paint. All right. Okay, so while it's figuring its life out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to be a batch operation, right? Because I'm not going to sit here and add every single video, okay? It's not my plan, right? So if I go load or batch even, batch video, no, not frame, batch. No, what about if I just type directory, load video directory, that's the one I want. I'm going to put that into the index and then have this on, it'll be on increment eventually, but I'll just use it on fixed when I'm first testing things. There's no meta batch with this one though. I feel like I need to make a V2 that has meta batch support, but I don't know anything about it, so I have to find out about it first. So I'll put that in there, and then I'll put that in there. Yeah, and there's no audio loader either. I need an audio out on this too. Hang on, I need to write this down. Load video directory output audio. And what was the other thing it needs as well? Oh yeah, input the meta batch. So that's a V2 job, that is. We might have to have a crack at that in a bit, if I remember. Get rid of that. Put that there. That's interesting. Why have I got to show any and to get image size and count? It should be just one of the two. No idea. Alright, well, that's on 0. So let's go to the file which has the videos. Like that. Oh, I get it. I was doing it for, look, for some reason it's written on the node, but don't really need to do it. Okay. So we can't use that now. Get rid of that for now. But we do have that there. Okay. So let's... Can't do it yet, got to wait for this to finish, but when it does finish we can test it out, and the idea is to just process the entire folder. Just do the whole folder. I mean, there's 70 of them there, like, well, 50, so about 20 of them got deleted. There were 70 total, and if I see how many there are now, 72. 51 survived out of 72, so I deleted the ones that I either didn't like, looked funny, or had no movement at all. So that's not bad. It's like 2/3 passed. It's the same level as Hunyuan, you know, in terms of consistency. I think, yeah. It'll be interesting to see what the next one's going to look like though. So I hope you're all having a good Saturday night. what I should probably do is take a look at some of these things that people have sent in. Let's see what we've got here. So we got this one, DJZ Data Mosh V8 Advanced. Let's see what he's done here. So V8 Enhanced. I think I could just add that to my mappings. And then Frame Shuffle. Let's see how that one's done. Yeah, I could probably just add that to the mappings too. How many videos did I cook last night? 72. Fernicar. I got 72. They're all in that folder. So if I just show you, I open one of these up, put them all in there. They're not bad. Because like I said, even though some of them are a little bit like minimal movement, it's minimal movement, right? It's not bad quality, it sticks to what the original work was, which is nice. And I appreciate it's just layers, you know, it's just moving layers around, right? Or doing effects and things. But sometimes you didn't want more than that, you wanted it to be in this world, you know? Like I said, sometimes it's literally like there's not really much movement going on. Really not much going on at all. But it is movement. And it hasn't destroyed my work, basically. It's fine. So... But then again, you've got to remember, I was using A to A, right? And we've shown that if we do A to B to B to A, we can get a different look. So here we go. We now have a different look. And we fixed that shortcut. It's still got a bit of a blink at the end, but actually that's better. So if I save that, and then this is currently set up to be a batch converter. It's funny, it's like you need to have both types next to each other, maybe with a switch. I'll just do load video upload so I can quickly select like that and just pick the one I want, which is that new one. And then I guess you just disable the one you're not using, and then you got the best of both. But I'm trying to build a batch version right now, so I'm going to see what this looks like, because it's got a much better B to A. Yeah, that's way better. It's a way better B to A. Yeah, you're right. Chaining Cyber Society. Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, I will point out that the color grading on this stuff was color graded, because these are color graded upscales, which were then shrunk down to 704 to be used with this. Let's put that back to there. This is just a this is like a flat tire. Oh, you just need to fix one thing. You can do the you can do a patch. Space saver. But yeah, some of these are really good. They're kind of spooky. Uh-oh, we got an oom. Yeah, I definitely need to upgrade my node. It couldn't do it because it didn't have the batch thing. Yeah? If I put... So there's no... Yeah. There's actually no point in doing this. No point. Because it's just going to run out of memory. So... I'll have to upgrade my stuff to use the thing. The meta batch what is it? This is 250 frames. And let's see if it can handle 50 frames at a time rather than 25. Should work. What's it waiting for? Maybe 50 frames was a bit too much, I don't know. NVIDIA, we need more VRAM. Yeah, I know, right? I'm sure there's more efficient ways of doing it as well, because you know, you look at video editors, they don't have so much trouble editing small amounts of images. So I'm thinking there must be some kind of like way to offload the memory and stuff like that to make the nodes more efficient. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to have to upgrade load video directory so that it uses meta batch. I've never tried to do that before. Video helper suite. Right, so go sync-a-dink. Bloody hell. Advanced previews. I don't even know. Okay. Sometimes I'd get double previews, so I tended to turn that stuff off. Alright, so here we go. Meta batch. Where is it? Didn't even talk about it. Alright, well, the bottom line is it's in his load video upload. So if I just go load video upload, there's meta batch, VHS batch manager. It's weird. Load video upload. That's weird. There's no code about it. There's no code to do with the, well, I couldn't see any. Maybe I'm just blind, but I didn't see anything to do with, I didn't see anything to do with the meta batch, the meta manager, or whatever you call it here. It said VHS batch manager. So perhaps it just sort of, I don't know. That's just the name of it, which is this. VHS Core JS. Utils. Ah, inputs requeue. What? I'm learning. Loop.json, batch manager. So how can I have my video support this? I don't know. It's wizardry. It's JavaScript. This looks like it might be it. It seems like this is it, but I don't understand how I can hook into this. How can I hook into it? You see what I mean? Like, how can I make my node have a meta batch input? I can't just say, oh, just add a meta batch input to, you know, I don't think it works like that. Or maybe it would be easier to make a batch directory version of this node. I don't know. Because it's like my method for having an index and then going through a directory is easier to add than figuring out how he did his batch system. So it might be that I just need to make a new loader. I can't think how to do that off the top of my head. Okay, well, it looks like it's finished anyway. It does look like an old TV advert, which is what I'm going for. So that's cool. Okay. And we don't really need to worry about this business. The black bars doesn't work because it's a square image. And there's not really much you can do with a square image. I suppose you could do vertical and add black bars to the top and the bottom. So I believe that's the one I just saved. Let me just double check. Yeah, it is. I just want to see how big it is when I'm done. That's all. Let's have a look at the comments. Electrolab says, I like the color grading of NVIDIA Cosmos. Not too red, but also blue. Fernica, I already read that comment out, but he said, chaining all the Cyber Society videos will make a great album video. Electrolab says, yes, they make a great style together. I like it. They move a little since you can enjoy the style. Like a game character idle animation. Yes, that is on point. I would have said the same thing. And Electrolab says, loving the effect node spree. So many new ways to add character to otherwise flat video. It's true, there's too many. In fact, I have trouble remembering them all. So what I'm going to have to actually do now is I'm going to have to create examples and put them on the front page. And I've got to go into my... you know, I have like a node directory. Look, you got to scroll down forever just to get to the intro, right? And then when you go to the detailed nodes docs, I need to get screenshots in here. So that's going to take a while because there's so many nodes now. But yeah, we went on a bit of a spree here. Still going. There we go. We're at the bottom. How many are there? Let's just count them real quick. So if I put it on type and scroll down past all the documentation, so these are all .pys. Each one is an individual node. 91. What? Okay, so I got 9 left until I hit the magical 100 nodes. It's not a goal or anything, but I think it's going to happen pretty soon because I keep on having ideas. Oh, I need a node for this. I need a node for that. But yeah, I need to make, I think on this page, we'd have like a screenshot of the workflow, maybe. But then for the main page, I need to just put like a couple of tables of results. Because you just look at these, all these different film effects. It's like there could be a screenshot for each one. So the problem becomes I actually need like a gallery so that you can go and click around and, you know what I mean? So yeah, I've got to basically plan it. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm leaving this one in. Right. So wavelet decompose, color output currently being fixed. I'm leaving that in because once I asked Claude to fix this when it was broken, and he went, I've added this to the README, and then stopped working, and I'm keeping it forever now. Because this was his attempt. So it basically, see, people talk about AI tried to escape and all this. That's not a sign of intelligence to me. This is a sign of intelligence to me. He made up an excuse and then didn't do it. That's intelligence. You know? Like, imagine you try to ask your AI, hey AI, could you compare the prices for whatever? And then he's like, why? It's stupid. I'm not doing that. That's intelligence. Like telling you that what you want is stupid and refusing to do it. That's closer to intelligence. Because, you know, it's the type of thing a person would do. Do you know what I mean? Like, instead of just doing what you want, he'd make some excuse and be like, yeah, I'm doing it. And then you'd be like, have you done it yet? And he's like, nah, I'm not really doing it. I'm doing something else. I don't know. It'd be more, maybe proof of intelligence, maybe not. Proof of human, yes. It's just like, yeah, I'm working on it. And then, yeah, Claude being absolute monkey. Exactly, Coco. Fernicar said, could you put to the top the Cyber Society? It's entertaining for the streaming. Yeah, of course. Cyber Society. Looks great. I don't know what it looks like on the compression. I'm hoping it looks good because, like I said, you never know what the YouTube stream compression is going to do. But this looks amazing on my end. Let me just get this out of the way. There we go. Right. Yeah, because like I said, the biggest problem that we were having was actually that LTX was not quite good enough quality, and then Hunyuan would kind of do its own thing. So even though this doesn't have the same, it's not the same movement that we're used to. But then again, when I look at it like this is actually pretty good. It's not bad. Like the video examples I've got are A to A, so they're gonna be bad for movement if that, which it makes sense. And when we do A, B, B, A, we get something like this, which again, looks great. Okay, and so then of course the next thing is, what I'll be doing tonight is I will put this onto increment and this onto increment, right? And I'll just let it join them all. And then I'll put them all through this as well. See, I need to make a better way of batching this. See, I really need a directory increment version of this, because the problem is if you just go left or right, it doesn't, it only does what you already have, what you've already loaded. Another new track. Hell yeah. It can do 50 though. I mean, how hard would it be to just drag the... It wouldn't be that hard to just drag them through, but I do think that some kind of batch looks fine. Electrolab says, that's why Red Dwarf was groundbreaking. The ship computer would flat out refuse. Yeah, nah, I'm not doing it, mate. That's true intelligence. Pete Johnson says it looks okay on my big screen. Oh, that's good then. Because you never know what's going to happen, you know what I mean? Sometimes the compression algorithm will kill the effects. Okay. So the problem we had was we can't do... because I don't want to do... I want to use it with the meta batch. How do I use the meta batch? Video suite. Load video suite. Hang on a minute. I'll say load video again. Load video from directory. You see? Load images from directory. I want load videos from directory. See, this is the trouble. I've already made it. Load video, get input directory. Because the problem is, whatever I do is reliant on having, you'd have to have this. Because if I like reference code from a different node, it's bad practice, really. Do you know what I mean? Because if you do have meta batch, meta batch requires VHS to work, which is a bit like, it's bad practice. You know, really what I should be doing is I should be trying to figure out how to do meta batch myself, but then it won't be compatible, so I need it to be the same code. You know what I mean? It's like a bit of a quandary I've run myself into here. So meta batch equals that. Yes, we've run ourselves into a bit of a... See, I don't understand how he's coded it. It looks like he's put like there's a bunch of scripts which are picking up this function of meta batch, and I'm hesitant to just say, look at this here. Get meta batch. Def load video. Ah, now we're cooking. Okay, hang on a minute. I think I got somewhere. Here we go. If meta batch is not none, meta batch frames per batch, max loadable frames, raise runtime, meta batch set to frames but only, yeah, frames per batch. Eliminate a copy, reduce max memory by a factor of 2. See? All this genius. VAE is not known. Batched VAE encode. Else. Lazy get audio. Hell yeah. So def load video, that's definitely, yeah, function load video, yeah. So this might be incomplete, but let's have a little chat with Claude and see what he has to say about it. probably not all the source code, but hey, maybe it'll make him go, oh. Damn. Cool. Yes, that's correct. Excellent. I would like to implement this meta batch input to a new version of a custom node. Yeah, you saw it coming, guys. Custom node for ComfyUI named batch load video v2.py, which will be directly based on batch. I need to find out what the exact name of that is. B and B again. Batch. No, it's called video. No, it's called load. Load video directory. There it is. Okay, let's get this right. Load video directory based on, let's just copy it, I'm lazy, .py. It'll be directly based on load video directory.py for the templates and the output format. Ensuring compatibility with ComfyUI. This node will load videos and will allow for support of the meta batch feature we are discussing. Include relevant source code. Include relevant code. Now there is one thing which I didn't do, and that is I would also like to include the audio output. Yeah, the audio output matching the pasted source code implementation. How do I distinguish between that and what I just posted? Well, one of them doesn't have it, I guess. Does it need audio to output? Yes, it does, Electrolab. Thanks for remembering. It's true. What's going on? Red Dwarf! Hell yeah! Hoping Claude is in a good mood today. Taking just a function of def. Good idea. Furnicar, Cosmos 61. Breakdanced. Hang on, let me go back. Wait, where is it? Is it on random? Oh, yeah, 61's gone, yeah. 63 has tragic meaning. It does. It does. You're right. That's what I was going for. It's just sometimes it doesn't really translate. Like this one I kept because I like the way the background flickers, but if I'm being honest, it's like not really the best. It's just a little bit of movement, like what you would get in a motion comic, like online. I like how the eyes just lit up there. That was cool. This is one of my favorite ones. Looks like a Helghast samurai or something. Okay, so it looks like we've now got... Hang on. Yeah, right. Let's download it, shall we? Put it in place. Call it load video directory v2, and that's what it was that was covering the video. There we go. Go to the init, copy the last one, and just call it load video directory v2. Where'd it go? I'm just lazy. No, stop it. Trying to give me buttons I don't want to click on. Oi, stop it. Right. Yep. Save it. Okay, we're good. And then get back to my workflow. Is that it? Oh, no. It's this one that we're messing around with. Right, there. Restart. And it's coffee time. Sixth cup. What I probably should have done was restart Comfy. If I was being really smart, I probably would have restarted Comfy. So I could test that new node out. Video directory v2. Load video directory v2. Should be good. What? Okay, that was stupid. Give me a minute. So anyway, I'm making a mess over here. Don't mind me. Right, what have we got? I want to get my load video directory v2. It has meta batch, it has audio out. Ooh, that might be what I'm looking for. Give me a sec, I'm having a little bit of a coffee emergency right here. I'll be right back. Die trying. Clean up on aisle 5. I'll tell you what. If I'm not leaking, the coffee machine is. Right, you'd already restarted. Sorry, Pete. I must admit, I got distracted because my coffee machine wanted to leak everywhere, so I just had to wipe it all up. It's not often that happens. So let's see what I missed. Does it need audio output too? I forget. Yes, it did. By joining the free tier announced by Copilot, it can be compared to Klein because it does edit code like Klein. Yes, and in fact, we might do something about that in a little minute. Furnicar, by joining... Yeah. So in a minute, we're going to look at something like that. Pete Johnson says you'd already restarted. Electro Lab says... What would go well with this Cosmos video stream is character names in Hindi for no apparent reason. And then Throttle Mouth says, Bedoying. Yeah, when I say the coffee machine leaked, what I really mean is I was multitasking and didn't turn it off. So there was too much coffee for my mug, but I've solved it and cleaned it all up, so. I need a bigger mug, is basically what really, that's the real problem, isn't it? I just need a bigger mug, and then I'll be fine. Hello, Throttle Mouth. Right, so what do we got then? We got a new node to check out. Now, it might not work, so what we'll do is we'll test it first. Right, so let's just get the... This is the name of the curated folder. So I will put that in as the path. And then I will get a primitive to control the index. Okay. Alright, now if I'm lucky, let's just mute that and close it down. And then put that there. Put the primitive there, double click that. I'm loving that feature. So image index, right? There's my meta batch manager, right? And we'll put that on there, and we're just gonna say, let's say 25 and 50 first, just to see if it works, and then here we'll go a preview audio and see if that works. Basically, it's a whole lot of does it work. Let's see if it works. So we've got a directory in. I'm going to say 50 frames in 2 batches of 25. It can only fail. Oh, not this again. I hate this error. None type is not subscriptable. Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. What the heck? Wait a minute. No. Something's not right. Why is it saying waveform? Oh, don't tell me it's the audio out. It is, isn't it? Okay, right. So let's just delete the audio out and run it again. Oh, -1. That's not good. So it doesn't understand the batch manager? Is that what it is? -1, batch manager. I hope I haven't... Yeah, I might be out of my depth here. Let's find out. Okay. So back to the... No, in fact, without the... yeah, let's use the convo because it's got context in. So I'll say... When I use the new node with the meta batch input, so I use the new node 50 frames with the new meta batch input 25 frames. I expect 2 batches of 25 frames. However, I receive one error at a time. Now I don't know if that's even going to help. So why is it... It's trying to close inputs that don't exist. What? Okay, buddy. This is what happens whenever you create a custom node. Because the thing is, I don't know if I've actually got all the code I need. It might be that I need to implement my own, which is identical, and then that's got its own problems. I don't know. I'm having more problems in my head with this than... I'm like, I mean, I think it'll work. In theory, it'll work. Alright, well, there's only one way to find out. That's what I say. So we go in to the new node, which is called L for load video directory v2, and let's see, is this the whole thing or is it just part of it? Because you never know. Yeah, it looks like it's the whole thing. I think it's the lazy get audio stuff, which I might be able to provide some working script. But we'll see what happens with this latest version. Test it first. I'll start hunting down the source code. I think that I just didn't copy something. So look, def batched. Check it out. Whoa. So there's def batched. There's also if meta pipe is not none. There's a whole bunch of stuff here which I haven't included. Oi, I'm reading that. FFmpeg frame generator. All these. See, these look. This looks important. CV frame generator. Is GIF. See, look, if meta batch is not none, so I feel like all that's important. Do you know what I might do? I might just copy this entire thing and say, hey, is there anything in here that's relevant that you might need? Just do it that way. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, that's not. There we go. Examine this source code for anything related to the new functions, meta batch input and what was it? And audio output. Include anything we need to complete our new node. For testing, says Electrolab, right-click and queue only the one node at the end. Will save you bypassing stuff. Interesting. Oh, I see what you're saying. So instead, there must be a long delay on the stream tonight. Can I get another VLC open? Feel like I need two. There's another one. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that'll do. Play. I just felt like adding the stuff that we'd added. that we'd done. Adding what we gone and done. Because that's how it came out, but that's not how I'm using it. I'm doing all stuff like down here. There we go. Alright. So what did it do? I asked him to do stuff. Added proper frame generator function that handlings meta batch, yields video information first, then frames, properly closes resources, stores in proper. Okay, so yeah, I think he maybe learned a lot from that. Maybe he's I made some mistakes and I've learned a lot and I'm back and I'm ready to do better, he said. That's what Claude said in a statement. Let's just refresh this. See, we haven't even got to the fun part. It's like we're slowly edging closer every day to the fun part. We'll get there. And then it'll be time for some silly voices. Got stuck, didn't it? There's no way it restarted already. Yeah, there we go. Now it's restarted. We've got windows everywhere. Need to get that one over here for now. It's in the way. Right. So, 50 frames, 25 frames, crash. What did I do? Failed to convert an input value to an int value. Force rate, video batch, invalid. What? Force rate, not a number. Okay, stuff's moved around. I'm just going to copy that, copy the path, and reset the node real quick. Okay, now we put that back in. So I want to do 25 frames per second. I want to do 50 frames. I've got 25 frames per batch, and we're going to render at 25 frames. Fingers crossed. Oh, I think it might be working. I mean, look, there's plenty of time for it to break. I think it's working. Wait. Got prompt. I mean, it might actually work now. Holy crap. Okay, so the only thing I didn't do is I didn't make a preview audio node. So we'll do that on the next run. With a different image. Or a different video even. So this would be like batch video support for this feature. Yeah, granted, I had to make my own node, but it'll be in the node pack and you'll be able to get your hands on it soon. As long as it works. Like I said, I like to see things actually work before I go publishing. Oh, this is a moment of truth. Wow. No frames could be read. So close. So close. Alright, let's copy all of that stuff from the got prompt to the executed and see what he's got to say about himself. Okay, so the batch was being executed. Wait, you can't really say that. Let's just put it into machine speak real quick. When executing the new node, batch 1 and 2. Wait. What does that mean? The batch is completed as expected. However, at the end, it failed with this error. No frames! That's pretty bad. No frames is pretty bad. In case you're wondering, by the way, and you're watching along like, what the hell's he doing? He already works. What's he doing? What I'm doing is I am trying to make my life easier by doing more hard work. So I work harder to make life easier later. So I could just use the normal node and just go next video, next video, next video. But what if I have 1,000 of them? Do I really want to sit here and do that? Probably not. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to set up a meta batch supporting load video node, so I can put this on increment and I can batch the number of videos in the directory, and it'll just go ahead and do this to all of them. The problem is that in order for this process to get done, you have to split it up into little bits. And so typically, if this is a 10-second long video, you have to do it in 1 second at a time, so 10 chunks, right? So that your computer can actually handle what it is you're trying to do. And so that's why I'm making a new node which basically handles all of that, so you don't have to go upload, queue, upload, queue, upload, queue. You could say, oh, well, you only have to do it 10 times. Yeah, well, 100 times, but whatever, right? So I'm trying to automate, you know, I'm trying to automate my future, basically, put it that way. So let's see what we got here. Tracking total frames read across batches, uses a dictionary. Okay, so he's trying to get, like, he's trying to show off, but generally speaking, I'm not impressed until it works. It was so close. It was so close to working that time. So close to working. It says this is only the 4th, but I feel like there might have been another combo. I'm not sure. But still, like, it seems like it's like sometimes you think, oh man, it just isn't working, and then you have to put it into context. Like, if I was writing this by hand, I probably would have had like more than 20 errors that I had to solve. Do you know what I mean? In any effort, there's usually 10 or 20 things that are like snags that you have to like figure out, and you don't know what they are until you actually try to do whatever it is you were trying to do. I'm speaking in general terms here, right? But that's just how I experience programming and engineering in general. So it's like, it's only 10 or 20 snags, and to be honest, it usually fixes them. Now, I'm still using the chat, which is in a way a little bit of a hindrance. If I was using the assistant in the coding software, yeah. But again, sometimes I'm testing things, so I want to see the difference. All right, let's see if it's still got the same problem. None type is not subscribed. Okay, so that's the same issue I had with an audio node. Hang on a sec. Audio to VHS audio, yeah? Can we do that? No. That's weird though, because look, how can that be audio to legacy if that is legacy? I don't even know. So it's clearly not that then. Okay, fine. Alright, one thing at a time. -1. Damn it, still stuck. Okay. Where are we? There, got prompt. Right, okay. So let's go over to the chat assistant, start a new conversation with this guy. This should be interesting. No. New task. I am trying, I am trying to create a new node named, called load video directory v2.py, which aims to introduce an audio output and meta batch, oh I love this tune, meta batch input. Meta batch input features based on this, I don't know if I can say based on this source code, because you can't, I don't think you can drop source code into this. So what I might have to do is commit heresy. Yes, it's heresy time. So I've got to actually put this load video nodes in here. Oh crap, I dropped it on a... What are the chances? I dropped it on a batch file. Oi, no batch files. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to drop it in here and then say based on whatever this is. And I don't normally do this because I don't want to accidentally publish somebody else's work, right? But I think it's the easiest way to get him to look at both things. On this script, however, I receive this error when I run the new node. Poor me. Poor me. Here we go. Got prompt. Down to here. I believe that's not 2 errors, is it? No, it is 2 errors. There we go. That's 1 error. Alright. So I'm just having a little conversation with my developer here. Oh yeah, for the audio Electrolab, you're probably right. Whatever the fix is, I bet is held in audio pad node. Let's see what this one figures out, because this is like super auto coder mode. He's just gonna look at him go. He's gonna go ham, and he's just gonna rewrite the whole thing many times and spend money. He'll do it for money. Oh, TV turned off. Can't have that. Turn that on. Okay. Is he actually finished? I think he's actually finished. All right. Let's give it a restart and see what happens. So he did 30 edits to a script earlier, and I was like, geez, when are you ever going to see you're going to stop? He was just like, I was like, this is crazy. It's like the Matrix. Right. Just wait for Comfy to come back to life. Oh, that was quick. Run. See, it's weird because it does actually run. It's just failing at the end. And I think it's because my meta batch isn't correct. You know what I mean? It's my meta batch, which works with mine, but maybe it doesn't work with the combine node. It's hard to say. See, that's 1 of 2. Now it's doing 2 of 2, so the meta batching is working. But if it fails at the combine, it's kind of pointless. I've got to make sure that it should just be a number 25, right? Oh man, it's nail biting. Oh, please don't say it's empty again. Wait, what? Huh? What's going on? I could have sworn I saw it do step 1 already. Now it's doing... Uh-oh, is something wrong here? Prompt executed in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Why is it doing a 3rd step? Did I mess up somewhere? Wait, what? Why is it? Uh-oh, we got a problem. It's at step 3 of 2. Yeah. Why is it not stopping? What's going on? What's it doing? I'm gonna have to stop it, aren't I? Because it's just gone nuts. Yeah. It's supposed to stop at 2, guys. It's just going to keep going? Right, stop. Stop. This is the point where you can't stop it. This is like Mickey Mouse and the buckets of water again. Okay. Okay. So... no, not this one. Not this one. Back. Need to go into here and say... the batch manager appears to function correctly, however it does not stop. It does not stop. I had 50 frames in 2 batches of 25, yet it continued past 5 of 2. I don't even know how you can even... It's not even really an error. It just didn't stop. How does that even happen? I don't even understand how that works. You've got an explanation? Whoa! Stop. Okay, so there's a... What? What? Did it fail again? I don't know what it's doing right now. It's going crazy trying to find things. Oh, okay. Meta batch has closed, true, when we're done. Total frames to 0 when we're done. Move frames this batch before generation. I mean, sure. If it works, sounds great. There we go. Give it another restart. It's going to be my 90-second custom node, so... Fernicar said, thank you for your YouTube video guide on training Laura on one trainer. It worked for me. And so, of 2 is hard-coded. Yeah, that's why I was trying not to say... That's why I was trying not to... See, that's the trouble. If you said to him, oh, it wouldn't go, you know, I got to 2 of 2 and it didn't stop. There's a potential that he might hard code in to never go over 2 of 2, which isn't what you want. So you have to be kind of careful how you're wording the instructions. That you're not secretly committing a cursed spell, if that makes sense. It's like a monkey paw. You know, oh, could you, you know, do this thing? And it'd be like, yeah, I've done it. But also, you know, there's like a cursed monkey paw situation going on with LLMs. It's like the way that you asked for it introduced another error that you weren't even aware of. I don't think that's what's going on here. It's just that what I'm doing is I'm saying, look at this file, look at that file, compare the differences, understand it, and implement it in my code. It's like I'm asking it to do a lot. So I realise that. But it's part of what I do is to beat the crap out of it. See if it actually breaks. And I'll be surprised. Sometimes it doesn't break. Sometimes it just works. And you're like, huh. Like, what's this? Memory limit megabytes. What's that? What's that? And why is it on 0? So, did I even restart this? Let me just check. I'm just going to restart again because I can't remember. And it only takes a few seconds. I was too busy yapping about something. Okay, let's go for it. So is it going to stop at 2 this time? Because that would be great. That's weird. It doesn't seem to be saying anything right now. Meta batch 1 of 2 done. Let's see if it can figure this out. Because I don't even know what meta batch is. And when I looked for the code for it, it was kind of somewhere else. So I had a weird situation where I was like, well, I don't want to code my own when it already exists. But then I don't want it to be different from his either and be incompatible. So it's like trying to mimic what was already done with the other guy's code. So it's, yeah, it's like, it turns into a bit of a juggling act. I'm wincing. Yeah. It doesn't. Is it stuck? Oh my god! It did it. Prompt executed. It did it. It did it. Sweet. All right. So now that works. Let's fix the audio out. Preview. Now, could it be that actually it's the preview that's causing that error? Let's find out. We're on increments, so we're going to get a different video out now. So if I save that, I can drag that in there. Wait, what? Oh, well, there is no audio, though. There is no audio in this. All right, so this is a bad example because I don't even really know... what do you call it? There's no video to test this. Right, okay. Take that and that. Copy that. Got to go to a different tab. Let's go to this one. Close this, refresh it, because obviously it's out of date. Processing interrupted. No. Okay. So we've got this beautiful new node. So obviously that one goes in there. And then this one goes in there. 50, 50, so 25. And then I want to go get a... Right, quickest way to test this. Make a new folder, find a video with audio, and put it in there, and then use that path. So, I mean, this has got, what do you call it, audio. I don't know, it's just me talking, but that's actually useful. So, let's copy that, go in here, say test loader, and paste it there. Get this path, put that in. Alright, delete this, put that up there. Oh yeah, this is like the Cowboy Bebop stuff, or it was. I had a bunch of like weird soundtrack type albums that I've been working on. Right, so it's going to be 0 because there's only one video in there. And I want to put the audio out to the video combine. Alright, let's try that. So we did it. I think we did it. The meta batch works. It feels a bit ropey, but it works. And now I want to do the audio. And you know what I want? I want to do the unclean speech in the middle, right? So that's what I really want. I want to go audio, audio, audio. Seems to do that very quickly, don't you think? Very quickly. No audio. There's no audio. There's definitely audio because it's audio reactive. Do I have anything that puts audio out the other side? Oh yeah, of course I do. We've got this, unclean speech. Alright, let's have a little conversation then. So we've done that. Okay. I am using load video directory v2.py and it has an audio output which seems to be silent. Silent. I had this issue with my other node that has an audio output. So please examine this unclean audio.py for clues as to why the audio is not working. What else could I say there? I'll say give it some more context, which loads a video and the audio from that video as an output. There. However, it seems to be silent. Right, now I just need to sort of do a sanity check before I go crazy and start rewriting stuff. What if that video I selected actually doesn't have audio? What if? What if I did something strange and it actually doesn't have audio? Didn't I put it in a fancy folder? I did. I put it in a fancy folder. So where's the fancy folder? There we go. They're gonna ban. Yeah, that's definitely... Yeah. That's correct. So it does have audio, bottom line. Alright. I just want to make sure I wasn't trying to make it do stuff and then it didn't actually have anything, you know? It might have nothing to do with it. Says, in video load directory v2, audio is being loaded lazily using lazy get audio, which only returns metadata about the audio stream without actually loading the audio data. This is different from unclean speech, which expects actual waveform data to process. So, load video directory's audio output is just metadata. This returns a dictionary with path, start time, duration and stream info, but no actual audio data. Unclean speech expects audio input with actual waveform. If waveform not in audio, so needs to actually load the audio. Okay, let me modify the code. Implemented proper audio loading using FFmpeg to extract the actual audio waveform. Converts raw audio data to NumPy. Okay, right, well, we'll see. Because like I said, I already fixed it one time, so maybe I can fix it another time. You know what I mean? Let's give it a blast. Waveform good, says Electrolab. He says, why do I say padding, says Electrolab. I had this experience yesterday when testing my node. It's some logic it uses. Made padding part of the code, it worked. Yours may differ. Yes. I think we might have it now, but we'll find out. Okay, let's give it a blast. Yeah, that VHS effect takes a while because we 4x the size, alright? Uh-oh. Audio extraction failed. FFmpeg out error. So that's not good. CST dir output. Well, that's no good. I need that here now, not... So, audio extraction failed. This is fun. Okay. Yeah, we're talking over here, aren't we? Yeah. So it sounded nice, but it didn't work. So close. Like I could just take the audio out. To be honest, at the moment, I don't even really need the audio, right? It's just a little nagging point. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I should really do that. But I don't actually need it right here, right now. And to be honest, I'm supposed to be processing a completely different directory. Hang on, where's the thing? Yeah, that's the one I'm after. Just delete that, delete that. Let's see it do its business, because, you know, the audio was a bonus. Let's see if I can get it to figure it out, though. So what's it say? Could you check if FFmpeg is... Oh, come on. The error suggests that FFmpeg is failing to extract. Could you make sure that FFmpeg is installed? Yeah, great. That's no, it's useless to me. But let's use it for what it was intended for before I start writing it off. Because it would probably be easier just to say, remove the audio thing. It's just I would like to fix it. I don't have the complete FFmpeg message, unfortunately. That's hidden somewhere in ComfyUI. They've hidden it away. I think I tried to look for stdir log output once. Couldn't find it. I don't think it's anywhere hidden anywhere. There was a logs folder once. Maybe it's somewhere else now. Because there is like a log file. Where is the log file? Can't even find the log file. No. Stop taking over. No, I don't know. Where is it? If anyone wants to shout out, great stuff. But other than that, I'm just going to keep rolling. Aha! Finally. Okay, because this is what I'm trying to get at. Some more stuff to add into my playlist here. It feels good to get to the end, you know? Although this isn't... Wait. Yeah, we should stop this because this isn't complete, is it? Let's see. So each of these is 125 frames, I think. It doesn't actually tell you, look. It can't figure it out. It's always a good sign. So why don't we go back to image 0, put it on 20, and then change the max to 120 because I think it's 121 frames per video. Oh yeah, these are looking excellent, coming out great. And then I'm going to put this one up to like, well, I think I've got 70 in the folder, so let's just double check that. Where is it? 50. There's 50 of them, actually. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, 50. Well, yeah, let's say 50, right? So off it goes. And then when it's finished doing VHS out of all of these, just like that, right? Man, that looks good. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is... I don't want to close any tabs because it'll destroy everything. The entire universe will fold in on itself. And we'll all be screwed. So then I want to go back to this one, okay? And what we're going to do is very simply, I'm going to put it on 0 and 1. And then we're going to do increment mode. And again, it's going to be 50. Oh wait, it's not actually, it's going to be 70 because you know, these are images, I'm not curating. So actually, wait a sec. No, this is videos, so they've been curated. Okay. I can't close it. Where's that one gone? No. Yes. Right. So in the original folder, there's 72 or something. So I'll queue them up, and then overnight, what it's going to do is it's going to make ABBA versions of every video consecutively, right? Now, you might say, well, why didn't you put it on random, you know, or something, right? Or maybe make them apart, you know, because it's always going to be it'll take the image, not the video, and it'll take that one and that one, then it'll make that one and that one, then it'll make that one and that one, then it will make this one and this one, and so on, and it'll just go all the way through the whole thing, but this time making ABBA type animations, just like it's supposed to. Okay. So yeah, first thing I'm doing is doing the VHS effect, interlaced 4x upscaler, and the second VHS effect. Putting that on these, man, it looks good. Okay, this is obviously going to take a little while, and then the other side is going to take a little while as well. That's 120. The other one is 250. Let me just check that that's set up right, actually, because I don't want to set it on a big queue and then have it fluff up. How are we looking? So this is image. Yeah, and it'll make 250 there. Okay. Let's just move these up next to each other. Let's do that one first and then the one next to it. So yeah, it takes a while to do that second VHS effect, I think. But that's okay. It's like, it's quite a large image by that point. Is it? And what I was hoping was that by the time I've done all of my stuff, yeah, that's what I thought, it's going to look fine. And these are all, is this looping? Yeah, these are all looping. All of these ones are looping. So they start where they end, except for this one. That was the first ABBA one that we did. Even though I did it on just AB, because for some reason I was like setting it to the wrong max frames. But I'm looking for that worn aesthetic. Can you check if FFmpeg is installed? Thanks for that, matey boy. Alright, so overnight I'm going to be doing HD VHS converter using the new batch load video directory nodes. Oh hell yeah. He's got a transformer gun. Isn't that weird how sometimes it doesn't play the whole video? Yeah, I can see how this is going to be. Wait. Why is it only 2 seconds? Something ain't right there. Something ain't right there. Why is it only 2 seconds? Max frames 120. Force rate 25. Why is it only 2 seconds? That's a bit weird. Maybe I forgot to... I think it's because it was set to 50. Yeah, it must be because I forgot to change it. So there's maybe a couple in there that are only 2 seconds long. How long is this? 2 seconds long? Wait, no, because it just did it. So 25 seconds. Image index. I mean, I suppose it's possible that the video was less than 120 frames. In which case, you know, the max doesn't matter, does it? Strange, though. Wait. What's it doing here? Uh-oh, has something gone wrong? Something gone wrong with the meta batch. Look. Why are there suddenly 6? Suddenly 6 meta batches. Is this because it actually is 120? Yeah, I think because it actually is 120. Alright, we'll soon find out. All of the videos in that folder should be of equal length though, so a little bit strange. But this is kind of why I like sit on things for a while, because I'm like trying to find out if I can catch the bugs. Looks good. Looks spooky. Okay, so it's going to do 50 of these, and when it's done, it's going to do 70 more ABBAs. I'll be able to show them off tomorrow on the Sunday stream. I think there was one more thing I had to do. I've already released all these workflows. This one I haven't released yet. But I could make this one examples. Load video meta batch, or load video directory directory v2. Save as that, export it, and then I'm gonna need documentation. What the heck? Just what? Don't paste it there. Get rid of that. Load video directory v2.py. There we go. While it's figuring that out, go to the examples folder, add upload. Okay, that's the example uploaded. Okay, and it should write that, good, and then we need to put that into the index. Wouldn't it be, right, I'm thinking about it, it might be that all I've got to do is take screenshots of every single custom node and then name them exactly what the node is, and I might be able to just put them in a folder and say there are images with which have the same name as the custom node. They need to be, you know, every single entry needs an image embed, and the file name is in images. Match You know what I mean? Create an embed for every item in the list and match the file name. It might be all that. Maybe that's all I have to do, and it'll just go and just slam it. But I still need to actually make the screenshots in the first place. So what I'll probably do is do that, because it does need screenshots. At the moment, it's just a wall of text, which isn't great. I think if it had some images, it would make a big difference. Have you done it? He's done it. Right, he's done it. He's done it. So that means I need to find... Was it video load or load video? God, this is the problem now I have. I have the... Is it up here? Here? No, that's not it. Is that it? No, that's not it. I don't even remember what it's... There's nearly 100 in here, forgive me. Load directory, what? It's not there. Oh, I know what's happened. I haven't actually done the second prompt yet because I'm smart. I'm smart. I knew that. How is the cooking going on? Oh, hell yeah. Quick, before it changes. Should get another one in a minute. See, I like the sort of slight movement without deviating too far from your actual work. Oh wow, the moon didn't rotate on this one. Interesting. So it's like a little bit of a re-roll goes a long way. Oh right, really? You got another one already? Wait, it's the same. Oh, it's doing meta batches. Of course it is. Right. Right, get rid of that for now. Open this up. There he is. Right, so let's just grab the URL. Cool, that seems a bit long. Oh well. Maybe it is. Blob main, yeah, they all look like that. Okay. That means we can push the update. Nodes. Here we go. Upload. And what I want to do is I want to drop in the new files, which will come from somewhere around here. Wait for it. It'll be that one up to that one. Oh, wait a minute. That ain't mine. New task. Okay. I just want to make sure he hasn't done something stupid. Load video nodes.py required for this project. It was used as an example. Okay. I gotta check the plumbing one more time. that actually looks... The planet moves around a bit funny. That's the only one about that. I think I missed one, didn't I? Okay. No, it's in the middle of a batch, right. So we've updated that, we pushed the update. Just trying to think if there was anything I missed. Ah, here we go. It's not required. I just wanted to make sure because I thought he might have shortcutted and not actually rewritten it. Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that, because, you know, if I gave him a bit of code and said, look at this bit of code, I didn't want him to be referring to it. You see what I mean? And then if I delete it, it breaks a bunch of stuff. So I'm not going to delete it, but I'm not going to upload it either. And that's essentially the same thing. Because obviously if you upload, well, I don't want to be uploading VHS node stuff. You know, there's no need. Don't need to do that. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure he didn't cheat and just, like, in this node, just be like, import the code from this script. And you know what I mean? Because the AI can be quite lazy and just sort of shortcut to don't bother. All right, so it's going to carry on processing all of these into VHS mode. These are the A to A workflow loops. And then tomorrow I should have a whole bunch of A to B, A, B, B, A stuff. And then what I'll be doing is I'll be putting them through this as well. They're just longer. They're just twice as long, at 250 frames each. So this is nice. This is nice. It's looking great. Is it really only on step 3 of the next one? Wow. Okay. So it takes a while to do each one. But like I said, I'm going to leave this one on overnight. I'm also going to leave this on overnight. And then tomorrow I'll have more to show you. Also, tomorrow being a Sunday, I decided Sunday is the day we're going to check out community workflows, community nodes. So that means I didn't forget about you, I just ran out of time tonight. So we're going to be checking out Sonification's random node, and also we'll be checking out Enjoy Chaos's enhanced version of my Fonk data moshing. Yeah, data moshing V8 enhanced. We'll be checking that out as well. So keep an eye on the Discord. I always do. Thanks so much for coming along and hanging out tonight. And tomorrow we will be starting a little bit earlier, so it might be a bit of a more quiet session for the first hour, but I look forward to seeing you. So I hope you had a great weekend so far. I hope it continues, and I am out of here.